Hey everybody. Oh my goodness, it has been so long. I just kind of needed the refresher, get my head right, stop bullying myself. Um, yeah. And you know what? I sincerely hope that if you have taken some time out in your life and you've made the decision to start living in the 5D, that you have really worked on that inner self-talk. That's one thing that has become very, very apparent. You'll have to pardon the surroundings. I am in the middle of reshuffling everything, but I really felt very compelled this morning for the first time in a really long time. Look at the light of the truth, to come in and do a reading, get the pulse, see where we're at. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got 3 decks today. I've got Angel Answers, I've got Psychic Tarot for the Heart, and then I have something that I found at a thrift store that I'm super excited to use today. And yes, I have cleansed it. It is cleansed and protected and will give us really good answers and insight, despite the juju that comes off of the thrift stores. So it is called The Language of Letting Go cards, and it's I will go ahead and show you. If you struggle with any form of codependency, this is a really great deck to get. It gives you really great spiritual advice without shoving religion down your throat, and that really can be a make it or break it moment. Now, if you have found your higher power and you can use cards that are specific to your religious pathway, by all means use it. Anything that we can get at, any path we can get on toward healing is really important. But this is one that I really recommend for people who struggle with the concept of a higher power. Okay? All right. And I believe that means this is a 12-step tarot, which I'm super excited. Yay, Spirit. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and start getting the general energy for us. Oh, ooh. I have this overwhelming feeling of good things are about to unfold. This is a really, really good energy to sit in, guys. Oh my goodness. You have been doing some work. I'm so proud of you. All right. We do have a little bit of stagnation as I'm shuffling the cards. There's just a little bit that needs to be worked on, a little bit that needs to be tweaked, but you know what? If you've come this far, you can handle this, I promise, okay? All right. Spirit, let's go ahead and get what we need to know for today, just for today. Just breathe. It's the first card. Share the love. Move. Ooh. And we've got 2 more. Okay. Detach. And when are those? Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and they have correspondences to the Rider-Waite. So the first card that I have is the 4 of Swords, which is a card about rest, like rest after heartbreak. And I really like this particular deck's depiction of it. It's just return to the breath. Okay. You've been through a lot, and now it's time to get back to basics. Look at your priorities. What have you not been addressing that may help you move forward in life? Oftentimes they're just little things. One thing that I found was that I was constantly keeping myself busy instead of taking time, to where I'm scheduling a day where I don't leave the house. And lately I've been just scheduling time purposefully to be in the house so that I can actually um, do the things that I need to do for self-care instead of coming home so exhausted from being out and running around. So, and obviously you can see there's been a lot of movement because of that. Just kind of taking stock of what I've needed to do. And so that might be something that you're doing. You might be just learning how to meditate, learning how to ground yourself, learning how to really be in the present moment. And that is absolutely what you should be doing at the moment. I mean, that's good advice any time of day. Okay. The next card we have up is the Ace of Pentacles, which is share the love. Okay. So the thing when I'm looking at this card and I'm kind of tuning in with my guides, I'm hearing that there is going to be an opportunity that is going to present itself that will not only help you, but also help for the greater good. And so it may be, I'm hearing investment. There may be an investment that's going to be coming up. So it could be an educational opportunity. It could be something that you're investing in yourself that will then turn around and help. You can turn around and help other people with what you're learning here. So take that as it resonates, and you're really being called to not just invest in yourself, but invest in yourself in a way that you can turn lemons into lemonade. Okay. The next card is a major arcana because it's a black outline, and I honestly cannot ever remember what each one of these is. So let me go ahead and look because I'm kind of being called that it's really important that I know okay, so that is 7. Move. Oh, the Chariot. Okay, that makes so much sense. Okay, so this does not need to be a literal move. It could be a move from one job to another. It could be moving from one collective of friends to another. It can be a physical move, truly. It could be that you're missing a physical component to the grounding efforts that you're putting in. And that is coming out really strongly for this group that's listening in. I'm really getting that no matter what the external move may be reflected in your environment, you're really being called. It would be very advantageous. And I'm just a tarot reader. I can't tell you what to do. This is up to you. But if you can incorporate physical movement into your breathing and routine, so think yoga or Pilates, or even just going out for a walk outside, I'm hearing outside, that would be highly beneficial as far as your intuition, as far as getting your body ready for the whatever is coming up next. So get out and walk if you can. Just start with like 5 minutes. Walk around the block. Do something every day where you're connecting with yourself and your external environment. And I'm hearing without people would be helpful just to kind of clear your head. The next card we have is Detach. It's card number 11. That's also a major arcana. It's the Justice card. So when I am looking at this with the 2 surrounding cards, I've got the Chariot on one side, and then I've got the 5 of Swords, which the keywords are win or lose. considering that this is the Justice card, if you are going through any kind of court battle or anything, the advice is to let go of any expectation of what the outcome should look like. Trust that the greater good will be served. And if you do not see justice in the way you feel would be fair to you, know that it will balance out after the proceedings are done. And I'm going to be honest with you. If that makes you really uncomfortable, I'm right there with you because I'm dealing with going through some legal issues right now. And that it's okay. I mean, I have really personally needed to let go of any timelines or anything that I might get out of it. And that has helped me focus on what I can do in the moment right now, because I can't do anything about what happened to me in the past. I can't do anything about what's going on as far as my contribution or anything. Right now, this is in a judge's hands. And seeing this spread, my directive, and yours too, if you're listening, is to really let go of the past, let go of any kind of idea of what justice looks like to you. And I'm hearing that the outcome, if you do this, the outcome will actually be better than you thought it was going to be. If not in the case, I'm hearing that the case, it's not going to be like a disaster for you. It's just you may not feel like the karmic scales have been balanced, but they will balance out energetically afterward, so long as you can detach from this, so long as you can kind of look at what you have, the cards that you've been dealt at this point, and then use the hand that you've been dealt to move forward. Okay? And then that brings us to the final card, which is win or lose. That's the 5 of Swords. This is oftentimes like in the Rider-Waite Smith deck. You see a guy who's like collecting his swords and he's got this smug look on his face like, haha, I won no matter what. You know, it's winning at all costs. For this particular deck, the vibration that I'm getting from this card is win or lose, we still have ourselves. It doesn't matter whether we win or lose, it's whether we're being true to ourselves. Because so long as we're true to ourselves, no matter what the outcome is, that's where people really truly win, is through integrity, spiritual principles, that sort of thing. And since this is 12-step tarot, I really want to emphasize that if you are struggling in recovery, this may be a call to circle back to steps 1, 2, and 3, and possibly dipping into a step 4 and 5, so that you can actually look at your part in it and let go. You can, and you may be very justified in how angry you are. I'm feeling a little flare of, but that wasn't right. You know what? It probably wasn't. But I'm hearing the universe saw it. You don't need to worry. Karma works. Move along. Okay. So, but yes, in order to, it's like, that's easy to say, but how do we implement that? How do we actually manifest that into our lives where we have surrendered and found acceptance? That would be steps 1 through 5, baby. Okay. And then of course, looking at 6, 7, 8, 9, what kind of character defects do I need to change? Making amends and doing those living. This is kind of a blanket. Wow. This is like, you're going through a lot, and that's okay, because transformation can sometimes just sweep you off your feet. Know that grounding is going to be really important for you at this time, so that you're not going and turning to the other bad coping mechanisms, maladaptive coping mechanisms, if you want to use a scientific term, so that you can really kind of take a look at where you're at with no delusions of, things that you have told yourself. You're believing your own head. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do an angel answers card. This deck was given to me for my birthday last year. Y'all, I've wanted this deck so long, and it's out of print. And she didn't even know. I mean, oh my gosh, Alka's amazing. So anyway, I'm really spoiled with people in my life, yo. I'm just gonna thank my higher power for them. All right, so. Oh, look at that. All right. So all of this spread can be summed up in this card. Okay. This is all about divine timing. What has either happened too fast or happening too slow, or we need to let go of that idea of timing, because trust the universe's timing is so much better than ours. Okay. Whatever is happening for a reason. It's preparing you so that you can handle what you're going to be manifesting soon. Okay? This is really an important part of the process, this transitionary period, so that we can prepare ourselves and really get ready and really look at what we need to do in order to make changes so that we can receive it and then maintain it. Because what's the point in receiving something if you can't maintain it, right? Okay, so we're looking at divine timing. Trust this. And I'm hearing that it's going to happen faster than you think, but if you let go of the waiting part of it, that actually energetically is blocking you, that waiting. If you are struggling with that, serenity prayer. That is my go-to prayer. It's what I tell everyone in my stratosphere when they're struggling with something that they have to accept that they cannot control. Okay? Serenity prayer. If you do not know what the serenity prayer is, I will go ahead and tell you now. It's God. Give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay? Say that whenever you're feeling anxious, and just imagine yourself taking this ball of anxiety and worry and just giving it to the universe. It is so effective. Let's go ahead and do one more card. This is going to be a relatively short reading today, just because I'm kind of dipping my toe back into the water. All right, Spirit, what is the one thing that we can do today out of the language of letting go deck? And I've got one. All right, rejecting shame. Today I will learn to reject shame. Shame is an overwhelming sense that who I am isn't good enough. I realize that I am good enough and that my imperfections are a part of being human. I let go of shame. Okay? And that can take some time to understand exactly how to do that, because shame can be so ingrained in us, especially when we're raised by parents who utilize that form of parenting to teach us the things that we need to know. That can be a cultural influence. I know, there are certain cultures where it's like, you've brought shame upon your family. How dare you? No, get rid of it. You don't need to be ashamed of who God made you to be. Okay? I personally have gotten to the point where I just refuse to apologize for being on the autism spectrum. And I am not going to mask anymore just to keep you comfortable. If you have a problem with that, you don't need to be in the room with me. Kiss, kiss. That's the attitude I want you to have. That's how secure I want you to be in exactly who you are. Because you are a gift to this planet. And don't you forget it. All right. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And just in case no one's told you today, know that I love you. Take care.